Well, good afternoon here from Rocket Garage and Service. What we're doing today is rebuilding a nitrous solenoid and our fuel solenoid. I purchased all this kit used, and my coal, this is a new one, burnt up on the old, or this nitrous solenoid, and I found out a lot of this is rebuildable. So I wanted to show you all my process and what I did today. So the first thing I went with is I looked up this part number, looking for a rebuild kit and a replacement coal. After doing some Googling, I found out that a lot of this stuff is like, why buy a new solenoid? It's kind of common maintenance. So Induction Solution actually sells everything I purchased today. So we have a new coal, which is what burnt up on the kit. And we also have a new plunger and O-ring right here, and we did the same thing for the fuel side. The fuel side did not need a new solenoid, but you can see our wires are significantly shorter than our nitrous side, and size is a lot different. I did learn going through this that most nitrous solenoids is made by one manufacturer. It's just how is things branded. That manufacturer for these nitrous solenoids is Peter Paul. It comes with everything you need. It has the wrench that you would need to loosen your nut up top, and then also it has the little nipples on the bottom to grab, where did it go? Right here. So what I did was I've already took everything apart, and I have cleaned it and put new Teflon on everything. Some things I have learned through the way is that your nitrous does have a screen on it. You need to make sure that is clean. As you can see, it is. I did clean it, and I did not know that the fuel side had the same thing. Although this is a 90, you can't see it, but it is clean. It has been blown out and verified. So some of the things to pay attention to is, or how this is assembled, I guess you can say. And just mock it up. We do got a new O-ring, but for this purpose, we won't install it until I reassemble everything on the vise. But pretty much, this is the sealing surface, this white surface on this nipple right here. So nitrous is, well, it comes in here through these two orifices, comes up. You can see the slots and everything, and it applies the pressure down, which seals the nitrous from going back down that orifice and out. So, and all this does is you got a hole here, and it just sits in there, a little spring with slight pressure, and then it threads down like that. Then you would snug it, of course, with your tool here. It came with your kit. This nut here is nothing but to secure your magnetic coal onto your solenoid, which would be something like this. And then, of course, your cap would go over and your wires would feed through these garments. And then pretty much your nut would be re-secured. And when you activate with power and ground, this would magnetize everything and pull that plunger up. That plunger will then allow the nitrous to exit. And then when you release it, then it would close it back because there's nothing holding that plunger up. It is the same thing for your fuel side. It is slightly different, as you can see there, but it is the same concept of this magnetic coal is just pulling that plunger up like that, which is pulling the pressure. That's why you see a lot of people that say, my solenoid doesn't work, and everyone says that the nitrous has too much pressure. It's because the magnetic solenoid, cannot pull this up to release the nitrous. This will be on a progressive. My reading, if you through the forums, if you use nitrous a lot on a progressive, you want to check this seat, because what's happening is that coil is being activated power ground, or removing the either power or negative. I'm not sure on the controller. I'm pretty sure it's just a negative, and it's constantly pulsing this up and down, which is just banging this. It is pulsing this up and down. So on a progressive, what's happening is this is applying, you have your constant power, but your negative is controlled through your controller, and it is pulsing this plunger up and down, controlling that 50% or whatever you're doing for nitrous, which is just ramming it onto that head there, which is causing this gasket to be sealed, instead of just like a straight shot where it's just opening and then just releases, doing that. So the failure on mine, and I've already cleaned it, but you can still see the mark here. You see that staining? Oh, right. Goodness, the lighting. It was, so there was a stain right there, and there's a burn mark where the actual magnetic coil had like bulged out and started arcing to the case, and that's where our nitrous solenoid failure is. So that's an overview of our nitrous solenoid. I am going to put everything back together with all our new parts from Induction Solution made by Peter Paul. And I guess I'll see if there's a part number on it I can share. Nah, what biggest thing is, you can take your Go Induction Solution, look up that number, and it comes up everything you need to know, new coils, or you can buy this overhaul kit. But that is all from today. Hope y'all enjoy it. Hope someone learned something. Our next video will be putting it on the car and testing it out.